almost just canceled us.
I was just making sure the audio bar was working. I didn't need all that.
Penis.
No, we're good. All right, cool. Yeah, so we're all good and we're all under the same umbrella here.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Well,
All right, great. Hey everyone, welcome to the actual episode 63. If you don't understand that, it's because last episode, which was episode 62, I said welcome to episode 63. So today we're actually doing episode 63. So welcome. We have a full barn. Everyone's here today. Cal doesn't have to work late, which is always a plus. Evan's not out at a Penguins game because they're not in the playoffs or doing whatever he does, and well,
hey,
the Eagles aren't
buddy.
playing. So Cade's right here. Actually, UNC. I would say UNC. That's the only one. And I'm here because
I watch you in season do this podcast.
Oh, I know you do, and I'm here because I'm not moving. So yeah, I have a new background and everything. If you didn't notice, there's a washer and dryer right here. So
we got
actually
so jealous that you have a unit.
Yeah, no, it's great.
In your unit.
Yeah, it's nice. We just got ours in too. We're actually lucky because 3 out of 5 days this week I'm working overtime. So today's one of those I'm not.
Well, then that's incredibly convenient.
You still flying solo, Cal?
Yes.
God damn, brother.
That's rough. Yeah, no, as always, it's been 2 weeks. That seems to be our reoccurring thing recently. How's everyone doing? How's everyone been? Anything crazy going on in everyone's life?
Not really. Everything's kosher over here, buddy.
Playing
That's
golf.
not true, Evan. You won $15,000 on gambling.
Facts.
Well,
I
on
did
video
that.
poker.
Yeah, and I probably gave already about 4,000 back. So that's just kind of how things work.
I'm very happy for you.
I did put 10 of it in the bank though. So
Smart man. I'm actually very... Okay, so so you've lost everything you made
the
other
plan.
than the 10K in the bank. Got it.
Yeah.
no, just about. Yeah.
Word.
But no, everything's good over here. Playing some golf.
Also playing some golf up here. Love to see it. Weather's great. And
Weather's
the old
been
Pittsburgh.
I was
fantastic.
going to say it's 82 right now. I'm really sad
We
that
have
I
a
can't golf today.
I have a big stretch of golf coming up over the next month.
Yeah.
So
What are you doing, bud? Let's hear it.
Yeah.
Well, we're
we're going home this weekend. Going home this weekend for a wedding, and then shout out Mitch Freeman wedding.
Oh,
Kate,
Mitchie's getting married.
Hey, before I forget, shout out Tippy, friend of the pod who's been on the pod before, for having his kid. Round of applause.
Hey, we had a kid.
Congratulations, Tippy.
Hey.
Yeah.
His son.
Let's
Is it a
go
boy or a
Tip.
girl?
Yep,
Boy.
over the weekend. And he
Boy.
named
Nice, Tippy. Yeah.
By the way, all of us just
Yeah,
clapping
buddy.
absolutely just blew the shit out of the speakers in our mic. So every listener that is still here for some godforsaken reason, we are sorry. But hey, it's a monumentous thing.
Yep, it is.
Healthy boy.
Kid, he had a boy, healthy boy, so that's good. But anyways, we have a wedding this weekend, and then not weekend after that, but the weekend following.
Well, the weekend after that, Peyton wants to come up and play. I don't know if he's talked to you about it, Evan, or not. He wants to come up and play.
Yep. Then the weekend after that's member guests, and then the weekend after that's 4th of July, and then the weekend after that's Josh's weekend, and then the weekend after that is the Austin tournament. So we have legitimately
Yeah.
a lot of golf
Gas
coming
is
up
going
over
to
the
be
next
spent.
month.
Money on gas is going to be spent.
Yeah. It's
Bad
unbelievable.
time for all of this as far
It's
as
a
gas
bad
is
time
concerned.
to travel. It is.
Yeah.
It is a bad time to travel across the state 3 times.
Yeah.
So.
Well, yeah, no, again, I just moved, so I did the math recently. What I used to drive in a week to work, what I used to drive in a month to work, I now drive in a week.
Yeah.
Actually, 50 miles more a week than I would in a month.
I love work from home.
Chose a real bad time to move as far as gas is concerned.
Yeah.
For sure.
I'm also moving, so I'm also going to be felt here.
Move closer to work.
He's not.
And I'll be moving farther away from work.
Yeah,
Beaver
no,
County.
I mean, again, I used to drive 15 miles a day round trip. I now drive 70.
Is this actually confirmed, Evan? Are you not re-signing your lease?
I'm definitely not re-signing my lease. Yeah.
Okay, because we've heard this 3 times now.
No, I'm 100% not doing it. I need more space than
We
that.
went and played an absolute shithole, and Cade broke his putter the day because we had to go look at your stupid apartment across town that you never went to.
Hey, that course was great. I played well.
No, it's not. That
I
course sucked.
played well.
3 Lakes sucks. Oh, but I did get fitted for a putter over the weekend. That was kind of fun.
I'm very
Well,
happy.
what did
Another
they say?
one's- Another one's coming in, Ev.
Blade or mallet?
Mallet. I'm
Okay.
mallet, and it's a
Straight back, straight
face
through?
balance. Face balance, no toe flow.
There's a Spidey.
Cal and Cade, you guys understand this more than... Well, Evan will get it too, but I am
you
still
got a
using
Scotty.
that Odyssey White Hot putter that I found
that's
in the
gang,
Emporium Lost and Found, so...
Yeah. The White Hot is a classic.
Yep.
The White Hot is a classic.
I do need to re-grip it. The grip is falling off, but it's really hard because it's an American flag grip, so it's real hard to get rid of that, and I don't want to get a new custom one.
My statistics, Evan, on average, I was making an 8-footer on average, to now it's up to 13 with a face balanced. So it just was that's a no-brainer for me. It's almost double.
Cade, most guys wish they could add, at least 4 feet, so...
4 inches would be nice too.
All right.
Okay.
And I am talking about my peni.
Cal, what do you got this week?
Muzzy! Muzzarino! What's up, big fella? Yeah.
What a good pop.
So, question of the week. I know I like to throw money questions around because it's always fun. Because money drives the world, whether people like it or not.
That is very, very true.
But the question of the week is would you do this for this money?
Oh, God.
Would you take $1 billion with a B?
Yep. I don't care what I got to do. Yep.
So what Tiger turned down, okay? Take $1 billion immediately straight into your bank account, right off the bat. But at some point in your life, it could be literally at any time while you're sleeping. It could be any time. A gorilla will attack you. You won't die, and you don't know the severity of the attack. But at some point in your life that you don't know, a gorilla will attack you. Are you taking the money?
Yeah, it's $1 billion. It's $1 billion. Yeah.
That's $1 billion?
It could be paralyzation. It could be down to
that's fine. I have $1 billion. I can do whatever I want. Yep.
Like
if I have $1 billion,
or it could be a love tap. It could come up and poke you in the face. You don't know.
Yeah, I'm taking the $1 billion.
But think about it this way.
It can rip my face off, and I can get facial reconstruction like the one chick that had to do it in Texas because a chimp ripped her face off. I'm doing it.
But think about it this way, okay? Just put in this perspective. You are at all times in your life going to be looking over your shoulder at every moment. Because you won't know when. Are you going to sleep sound? Like...
I will have a security detail for $1 billion.
My question, but see, this is where the practicality comes into this. Is this a supernatural gorilla that can teleport?
He can teleport. He's gonna teleport into your bedroom. Yeah, you can't buy security to
Gorillas can't teleport. Whoever made that question about. Sorry.
He gets to you no matter what, and it could be at any point in your life. You could be in the middle of delivering your firstborn kid, and you're in the hospital right there, and a gorilla comes into the hospital and attacks you.
Comes in, doctor outfit, mask, ready to deliver, and just socks you one. Got it. Okay, so absolutely absurd. Supernatural gorilla, $1 billion, still taking the $1 billion.
Absolutely, still taking.
I'm taking the $1 billion. If I died that day, I'd be happy.
No, but Kate, you don't die. That's the thing.
Oh, I thought you die. I thought you could die.
You can't
you can be paralyzed. You can get a broken neck.
I'll take $1 billion, buddy.
Yeah, dude. Listen, Yep.
You cannot die, but it could be the worst. It could be the worst gorilla attack ever, or it could be come up and give you a knuckle touch.
I'm taking the $1 billion because I can hand in. I maybe not. Someone that represents me can hand in cash to the best doctor in the world for whatever my injury is.
I was just about to say.
And say, fix him.
Magic Johnson beat AIDS because he has money. So
the guys that I saw this question on, they both said they're not taking the money because of their way of life would not, they're too worried about them being scared, every single day of their lives.
Dog, you can die every day from a car wreck. It doesn't,
They were both also already making a lot of money, so, they're both millionaires.
A Billy is still a Billy. Give me that.
Oh, I know. But,
that's even take half of it, take 500 million, just put it into the market, and that is, ta-da, you and forever in existence never have to work again.
Everyone in your circle never has to worry about it.
Ever.
Literally, no one. Everyone in your circle doesn't never have to work again. They'll never have to do anything. They'll be fine.
Yeah, no, I will take the $1 billion and just accept the fact that one day a gorilla is going to beat the ever-loving shit out of me.
I'd much rather it happen in my sleep.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
you're gonna
he
wake
just
up.
said
If
I'm
it walks
sleeping.
up and punches you, you're gonna wake. Like, just grill a hammer fist. You're gonna wake up.
We'll find a way to get rid of it.
Every night I go to sleep with nitrous, so I definitely am knocked the out.
Yeah. Just take a shit ton of melatonin. Just pass the out.
I mean,
Like
with
it
$1 billion,
pumps.
you could literally buy an endless supply. Who cares? You could eat a whole jar of gummies every night.
I feel like that would have negative repercussions, but also taking nitrous every night would definitely also have negative
Yeah, I feel
repercussions.
like you're gonna die. You're gonna,
Well-
one might kill you, one might not kill you.
Look, I've been at a concert, saw a kid take a balloon of nitrous, and immediately just literally like a 2x4 standing straight up just tipped over.
He didn't levitate.
No, he did not float. His brain got real lightheaded and just went. That was actually in Philly.
What a trip.
It was funny.
Literally.
I was laughing. I was very, very high on marijuana at the time. It was really funny.
Oh, there goes our monetization.
I didn't say the M word, and also it's legal in the state that I'm currently in, so. Also,
Yeah.
mushrooms are actually legal here too. Well, decriminalized. So there's that. All right. Yeah, let's just hop into the NHL then. Make this one quick. The two conference finals were going on in respectively the East and the West. In the West, it was Colorado and Edmonton. Edmonton is eliminated. They got swept. I wanted to have a prop broom here, but I couldn't find one, so I almost grabbed my Swiffer just to, do the little bullshit. Colorado's really good. They have a lot of questions at goaltending. I don't know if... I know Evan watched the series. I don't know if you guys did. Goaltending, definitely a question, because their starting goaltender basically has a blown-out eye and can't see. And their backup, Frankie, gave up 5 goals last night. Yeah, Colorado's in the Stanley Cup, first time since 2001, 2002. So that's very cool. I'm very excited to potentially drop a lot of money. In case you guys are wondering, Stanley Cup tickets for Game 1, because it's going to be here in Colorado, is starting at $1,096. That's for nosebleed 300 level seat 15 row 15. I'm not happy about that one. I will find a way to go though somehow.
That's rough.
Yeah, no, it sucks. And in the East, it's Tampa Bay and New York. New York hopped out to an early 2-0 lead, and yeah, I mean, New York is unbeatable at home, but Tampa Bay found a way with 18 seconds left to win the game last game.
No, Tampa Bay was at home.
Yeah, no, I'm saying Tampa Bay was at home in Game 3. They won it. Yes.
Tampa Bay and New York have won both games at home.
Yeah, that's well. No, it's tonight's Game 4.
Correct. In
Yeah.
Tampa Bay, yes.
Yes, and
So-
currently Tampa Bay is up 1-0.
Correct, yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, Tampa Bay, New York Rangers, as we record the podcast now, is on.
It's 1-0 Tampa. New York leads it.
2-1, right?
Yeah, it's 2-1. New York won both games at MSG, and then Tampa pulled out a squeaky one at Tampa
Yes.
Bay.
And New York should have won that game, but
Yes.
thank you to Martin Truba for having 3 motherfucking penalties and losing having a lot of money. Fuck you.
Yeah, I mean, a 3-0 lead is pretty much a death sentence, so...
But now
By the
it's
way,
all-
yeah, no, as the respective Avalanche fan in this thing, Evan if the Rangers win because, well, he's got a lot of money riding on them in the Stanley Cup, and we're going to fight. Physically.
Yeah, fuck the Avalanche. With
If
no
the Rangers
respect.
get there. If the Rangers get there. They got to
Right.
get by the back-to-back champs, so...
Correct, yeah, and I will root for the Avalanche if
That is
they
the
play
correct
like they do.
response.
So, that's really about it. I mean, we'll see our next little conjoining of podcasts where the series fall. I'm hoping the Rangers. I'm hoping Mika Zibanejad scores tonight.
Well, I was going to say, so, just as point of reference for anyone that gives a remote shit, the absolute earliest the Stanley Cup can start is June 15th, which is next Wednesday. The latest it can start, if the Rangers Lightning series does go to 7 games, is Saturday the 18th. So, I mean, there's still, anywhere from, what?
We're playing hockey in
8
July.
to-
It's crazy.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely insane. 8 to 11 days until the Stanley Cup starts, so...
So do you
There's
guys
a lot
think
of
that,
time.
do you think that hurts the Avalanche or helps?
They are beat to right now. They need the rest.
Okay.
Nazem Kadri,
Helps
who
them a lot.
was one
I'm
of
just
their
thinking like more like momentum wise. Like is that like a momentum killer? You know, like
So again, it absolutely
Well,
can be. That happened to the Lightning against the Rangers, is my belief. But again, the Rangers are really good at home. It can be, but right now, this late in the year, after everything, I think it helps the Avalanche because one, they play a very high intensity game of hockey. I mean, they all are insanely good at skating and incredibly fast, and they're all very, very focused on what is at stake. But the other thing is, like, 3 of their top, like, 9 forwards are, like, really hurt, so they need the rest. And their goalie, again, can't see out of one eye, so, again, the rest should help him as well.
Yeah, not to mention that the Avalanche have swept consecutive opponents twice.
Not consecutive. First round, second was against the Blues to Game 6, and then...
Well, either way, they didn't sweep consecutive.
they've played the least amount of games as anyone.
Correct. They've played 14 total games.
It does not
They
seem
have
to
2
deter
losses.
them at all.
Yeah, they have 2 losses.
If anything, I think it helps them. You know, fresh bodies, fresh legs, get players back. The whole momentum thing. It switches regardless if you play 7 games or 4 when you play a different team.
Well, and again, the Avalanche get to stay home. It's not like they get, 9 days of rest and then they have to travel across the country to New York or Tampa. They get to stay right here, and the other team that is going to be coming off of their series where they're beat to shit have to travel here. So, that's how I'm looking at it.
It'll be nice to see the Rangers win twice in Ball Arena. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, you're not even there yet. Shut up. All right, NBA.
Fan while you're up. No.
Yeah, I mean, I can if you want. All right, NBA. Cade, you haven't spoken. Go.
NBA Finals. Warriors. Oh my God, Warriors. Oh my God, who's in the East?
Green, bud.
Oh my God, Boston. Sorry. Series tied 1-1. The Warriors kicked the shit out of the Celtics in the second game, and the Warriors kicked the shit out of the Celtics through 3 quarters, but the Celtics destroyed them in the 4th quarter of the first game. That's pretty much where we're at. Pretty interesting matchups,
Okay.
honestly. Once Klay Thompson starts playing well, I don't think the Celtics have a chance, but it's very good. They're very equal opponents, but I don't think anyone's better than the Warriors. That's just me.
I knew I should have bet the Warriors when they were plus 150 after the first game, dude. We didn't do it because I don't know. Like my thoughts were, okay, Jason Tatum just played like dog shit, right? Right. But somehow Al Horford and the other schmucks like Marcus Smart, who are there for defense. Marcus Smart is a defensive player. Didn't miss in the 4th quarter, right? So it's like, how do you balance it out, right? Obviously, these schmucks are not going to make every single shot they put up. They're not schmucks. I'm just saying that.
Hyperbole.
But is Jason Tatum going to play like shit every game? Probably not. So how do you balance it? That's why me and my buddy didn't want to bet it.
Tatum's balling out right now.
He just played. He had the bad first game though.
It just depends on what you look at as bad, because he played good defense. He had 13 assists. Like he's still he
shot poorly.
When we're when we are where we are right now, like where we're currently sitting in the NBA season, stats don't matter. Wins do. Period. Like no one gives a if Jason Tatum shoots 38% for the series, but they win. Like sure,
yeah. It's all about winning the chip.
Yeah, sure. Like we'll always be like, oh, like he didn't really play that great though, and they'll be like, yeah, but he played good enough to win, and that's all that matters. Like, and that's the thing that like people like try to hold against Steph is like Steph didn't play good enough to make a Finals MVP. Well, for 2 of the Finals wins he played with the best player in the world at the time, and he was also the best player in the world at the time, him and KD. So.
What was that stat with him and Jordan though? Like in the finals, there's only 2 players to ever like averaging over.
No, they're the only 2 players in NBA Finals history to lead their team in points. It's like points, rebounds, and assists for like 6 finals or something like that. Out of 6 finals, like Steph didn't lead it in points. It's like 4 or something like that. Like where he led all the categories.
Yep.
I have to feel like LeBron's on that list.
I don't know if LeBron led every category, every finals though.
Maybe not
That he played.
every final. It shocks me that Steph leads it in rebounds for his team, but then you got to remember, like, he beats Draymond in rebounds?
Yeah, because all he does is he just gets it and runs. Like, just break on the break. It was something like that. It might not have been rebounds. It was something like that.
I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm just trying to figure out what it would be.
No, it might have
because
been
I-
like points.
No,
Like
I'm not 100% right. I can't.
It might have been like
No,
points
I'm just-
against 3-pointers made or something like
It
that.
was something like that.
Yeah. But
No,
either way,
look, again, like Steph is crazy, and again, you can't tell me Iguodala gets Finals
No, he
MVP because
That when Steph averaged 26 and like 7 and 5. Like you can't.
well, and again, like Iggy got it because he was the primary defender on LeBron. LeBron averaged like 34, 6 and 6 that series. Like that, Iggy didn't deserve
that
it because
was like
of
a
that.
sham. Steph Curry should have won that. It was so dumb.
No,
It
it
was a
should
shame.
have been done and over with. The whole he's never won Finals MVP and he's got 4. Like stop or 3. Stop it.
Well, first off, like let's just talk about the NBA Finals. Like I don't want to crown the Warriors, but I think the Warriors are going to win. I've said that for.
Well,
I think actually,
to be fair, if Draymond Green is out there playing like Trent Williams, where he can just moving screen 3 Celtics and Steph can shoot over him every time, yeah, 100% Warriors are gonna win. The refs are dog shit in Game 2. I don't care what anybody says. I don't like siding with Portnoy on this, but holy shit, they were bad in Game 2.
Oh, dude, he
they were
complained.
bad.
He's literally the worst fan. I'm gonna be honest with you.
No,
Game
he's
4
bad.
that
I don't
he
like
loses,
agreeing with him, but
He's the worst fan of every sport. Every time.
But he's a Boston fan.
Correct.
Yeah, but he just started complaining about the Michigan baseball team losing because the umps chalked the game. It's like every game there's an excuse to just be instead of being like, "Yo, we got beat." Because in reality, the Boston Celtics have been beat 7 out of 8 quarters in this NBA Finals so far. They just blew the Warriors out.
No, it was like 40. It was like
That's
41
it.
to 16 in the fourth quarter.
That's it. Like
That
if
was
you
exactly the score, Ty.
Yeah, if you take away
Thank you,
that
autism.
Yeah. If you take away that quarter, the Warriors are probably plus minus. They're probably up like 30.
Well, you also got to think of it this way. I'm definitely agreeing with Ty. The refs were horrible in Game 2, specifically to Draymond, but they weren't a 30-point loss horrible.
No, it wasn't.
Right.
It's not. The Celtics weren't getting 30 free throws to make it a close game, but momentum swings and everything. Again, it's obviously all up in the air. Like it's hearsay, hyperbole, whichever the f***ing word is. I can't think of it at the moment. But at the end of the day, like the refs were really, really bad, and Draymond got away with whatever the f*** he wanted in Game 2. That moving forward can't be a thing. But again, we all know the NBA is rigged. The refs openly admit, like, yeah, we just kind of do whatever the f*** we want.
Yeah, the NBA will simulate wins. I'm 1,000,000% sure on that. To make more money for viewers.
So
Watch
yeah,
it.
no, they split here. I genuinely expect Boston to win Game 3, Celtics to win going home, Celtics to win next game, Boston to win at home, Celtics win Game 7, just because reasons.
Celtics did what they needed to do in getting one win out of the Chase Arena.
Celtics win?
I mean, the Celtics had to get the one win. I mean, to keep them.
No, they had to win home. They now have home court advantage.
Yeah.
They just can't blow it, which they may.
I just like Kate said something about Clay hasn't showed up yet. I mean, it's not Game 5 or Game 6, so he doesn't show up till then, anyways.
Did you guys see what he said? By the way, someone asked him about it, and he was like, "Yeah, I guess I just need asked about a shooting slump." He was like, "I'm just gonna go YouTube Game 6 Clay."
Yeah. He did it in
Well,
Game
there's a
5.
crazy.
He did it in Game 5 in the last series. I mean,
Yeah, there's a crazy stat right now that like he's shooting 30% for the playoffs. He's shooting 30% off the dribble, but 53% off the catch.
All right, so that's fine. Just
Don't
make
dribble,
him, just make him Ray Allen.
I mean, no, we just got to do like we just need a 63-point game with 11 dribbles.
11 dribbles, yeah.
Yeah, 11 dribbles.
Still just an absolutely asinine stat. And then
Yeah.
then they just didn't let him play the fourth quarter because he didn't want to.
Yep. No, I mean, I think, the finals. I think this finals matchup is very good. I wish. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm rooting for the Warriors strictly because of Steph. I think if Steph wins this and he gets the Finals MVP, like, argue with the wall, he's top 10 all time. Like, he's arguably almost top 10 now. He is top 10 at that point. He's got more rings than Bird, more rings than Olajuwon. He's one ring behind Tim Duncan.
And
He's
Kobe.
got as many as LeBron does, right? And he's only been to 6 of them instead of like 20. Like you're talking about like a guy who's like transcendent to the game. Like you can make a legitimate case that he's now entering Kobe Bryant level legendary status. Like you can make that case if he wins and gets a Finals MVP
And did it the right way.
and did it the right way. So yeah, same thing as Kobe. Kobe did it the right way. So like you can make an honest case right now, and honestly, you can make an honest case like for someone like Draymond. Like Draymond, I mean, when are we gonna start talking about Draymond? I know he doesn't put up stats, but he wins basketball games almost better than anyone in NBA history. Like he's a very rare air of winning percentage, and especially in the playoffs, like they've like he said, he's like no one's ever beat me, Steph, and Clay all together. Never. No one's ever beaten them.
Oh yeah, Clay
Not
was
one
out,
time.
yeah.
Not one time. I mean, I know they had KD for 2 of those, but like still, no one beat them for when they were all healthy. Like not one time. So
And what did the Cavs?
No,
because Draymond got suspended for Game 5.
For one game.
Dude, the pivotal game when it was 2-2. I mean, when it was
3-1.
It was 3-1, and it was a pivotal. Yeah, I would say it's a pretty big deal. I would say that's just like being injured for a game, right? Like when Clay got injured for Game 6, like against the Raptors, I would consider that being like, okay, he didn't play the whole series. Like, you know, kind of. I would agree with what he's saying because Clay got hurt, so did KD that series. So I would say they weren't. It wasn't a full healthy 6-game series. What I'm saying, but what I'm saying, like he's right. Like they haven't. So like, when are we gonna? I mean, he's got to be considered pretty high up there. Clay obviously is a Hall of Famer too. So like, we're talking about guys that are like climbing an echelon of like trio of basketball we haven't seen in 20 some years.
We haven't seen since Rodman, Michael, and Pippen.
Right. Like we're talking that kind of level of.
Well, I would say scratch that. I would say Ginobili, Parker, and Duncan.
Success-wise, but not player-wise.
No, but still, they're all 3 going to be Hall of Famers.
No, for sure. Yeah,
Right.
they're all 3 Hall of Famers, 100%.
Well, also, I was going to say, let's not act like the NBA Hall of Fame's hard to get into.
That's true. That's true. They were. I watched a TikTok today that said how many Hall of Famers are in the playoffs right now. I mean, they're in the finals right now. They said Steph, Clay, Draymond, Jason Tatum, and Jaylen Brown is what they said would be the 5 right now. And they said, and the reason why they said is because Jaylen Brown is 25, and if he repeats the last 5 years in a row again, he will be in the Hall of Fame. And I was like, yeah, it's probably pretty accurate.
I mean, if Horford gets a ring,
yeah, they said Horford isn't.
if
though.
Horford gets
I
a
don't know if
ring,
I agree
I
with
think
that.
he is. Longevity wise,
Okay, let me ask you this: would
Marcus
you say,
Smart, yes. If he gets two more Defensive Player of the Years as a guard, 100%.
I don't even think he has to do that. I think if he just continues to be like all first team defenses like he has been,
Yeah,
and be a good like
that is Hall of Fame in the NBA.
I will say he will over. I bet he has a better chance than Al Horford does.
I mean, if he has a ring as well, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I would say I would take him over Al Horford.
No, I
But-
would entirely agree with that.
Yeah.
The
But
one,
no, I think it's. I mean, the series is still so early, but it's.
I mean,
it's gonna
are we
be-
gonna? I mean, Andrew Wiggins.
No, they said that. They were like, "What
Dog,
about
no.
Anthony?" They were like, "No."
I
and
don't
I'm
give a
like,
flying. His years in Minnesota killed his chances of being a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, he was still good though. It just,
He was good, but he wasn't. He didn't do
He's a
shit.
winner now. He's a winner now. It's just it's the culture that the Warriors play with. You come there to win. You play your role and you come there to win. Because, like, let's be honest, like, Steph Curry plays a role. Like, he is a role player that's a superstar, right? Like, that's why, like, when him and KD teamed up, it meshed like butter. Because there's literally, like, those two players are out of almost anybody in the history of the game. You could put on any team, any day, and they're going to be them. Like, you don't have to do anything different. Where, like, if you throw Russell Westbrook or James Harden or Joel Embiid or even Giannis, like, Giannis you can't put on every team in the NBA. And like, yes, he's going to be the best player and they're probably going to make the finals, but they're not going to mesh as easy as, like, Steph does. Like, Steph, you literally don't even have to worry about it. Just let him watch him run around like a bunny, and he'll find the spot, and he hits, like, 45% of those. And then he goes
Joker. Can we just put Draymond at power forward and put Joker on the Warriors? Because, Jesus Christ, that would be gross.
Yeah.
I mean, Joker's a pass first center. He just happens to be able to score.
But but the problem is though, is like that's like Draymond's job. So like Draymond's like a
Fuck
liability.
Draymond.
You need the ball. The ball needs to be in Draymond's hands for that team to work.
The one thing that I would say with the game too, that the Celtics obviously losing, but what they did, I think, really is going to hurt going forward, is they allowed Jordan Poole to get his stroke back in that last fourth quarter.
Yeah, he did go off.
He got stupid there for like 6 minutes.
He's been playing. He hasn't been playing great these last like 4 games that they've had, and then there he was again, and they allowed it, and that's the only thing because now he's like that getting that confidence back, like, that's scary. It's scary.
Yeah, because Clay's not playing well yet either.
Exactly. But no, this. I mean, guys, I said it back when the conference finals were going. I said the best matchups is going to be Celtics versus the Warriors. It was going to be the best one. And I mean, I know the 7 out of the 8 quarters were blowouts, but it's still 1-1. So, hey, it's a new series at this point.
I mean, it is.
So, it's exciting. I mean, it's this is like Kate and I said during game 2. We're like, a lot of people give the NBA a bad rap, but when you're watching a finals game or just the playoffs in general, but the finals especially, those games, it's the highest level of basketball that you can actually like. It's so good because they're actually carrying and doing so much. It's not game 42 out of 80. In the season, this like each game is championship or not. So it's actually the best type of basketball you can watch. And haters can say what they want about the NBA, but when those games are being played, it's nuts. It's unreal. It's unreal because you got the best of the best playing defense and offense at the same time, and it's crazy. I love it.
Couldn't agree more.
No.
Best brand of basketball is the NBA Finals. Because it's extremely skilled players playing extremely hard.
Yep, plain simple.
I mean, I don't disagree in any way, shape, or form, so...
It might not be the most fun, because the most fun might be college, because it's a little bit more erratic, and there's a little more passion. Like, there's not much more passion than the NBA Finals.
Well, I was going to say, yeah, no.
The thing about college basketball, though, is in the middle of the season, every game still counts. It's not like the NBA. So that's where I'm saying, like the third game of the season, you can't lose, obviously, your season on the third game of the season, but, like, they play just as hard as they do the last game of the season in college basketball.
For sure.
So that's the difference for me.
Yep.
All right. It's time to talk about the big one. It's time to just talk about golf in general. That thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little jolf.
I was gonna say, do we want to start with PGA? Do we want to start with the Saudis? Do we want to start with DJ and Phil? Like, what do we want to?
I think we need to give an overview of what everything's going.
All right, someone take it then, because I'm out. Don't everyone offer at once.
One of you two do it.
Evan, do you have a good grasp?
Yeah.
Go
So,
ahead.
there's this new tour on the block called the LIV Tour. A bunch of players have jumped over, and what they say is their best interest for their families and stuff. It's a Saudi-backed tour, and the Saudis obviously aren't the most friendliest of people.
No, they kill American journalists. I mean,
so
it's pretty straightforward. That's not political or anything. They literally killed an American journalist.
It's a humanitarian issue.
Yeah. So, couple ways you can think of it, and I've seen out there. One, they could just, people are just saying, some of the golfers are saying, hey, we're doing it just for the money, not the politics. Some people actually think it's good for golf to have some type of rival tour for the PGA. That was said multiple times in the interview today. I watched all the interviews on YouTube. Very interested to hear what Phil says tomorrow. But in my opinion, I think they're all schmucks for leaving the PGA Tour. Going to a tour that is funded by people of like this nature.
Evan, really quick, mute the NHL.
I'm sorry, I'm not enough. And that's kind of where I'm at with it.
So just to like add a little bit of detail, that's super like important. Like yes, this is a league obviously ran by the Saudi Arabians. That's backed by them.
It's
$4 billion budget.
It's monetarily backed by the Saudi Arabians.
$4 billion budget to play worldwide golf courses, including courses in the U.S. And I think the biggest gripe is I don't think anyone, and I'll say this wholeheartedly, I think personally that if this was like, just say Greg Norman wanting to start a tour and getting it funded by investors that are like,
if it's by Zuckerberg, Mark Cuban, and Elon Musk, there's no quarrel.
Right. I would actually support it because I think that PGA Tour players are grossly underpaid for how much money they bring in. Like just like Cal and I talked about this, just as an example, when Jordan Spieth, Rory McIlroy, and Tiger Woods were grouped up for the first 2 days of the PGA Championship, if you do ticket sales, beer, food, merchandise, etc., that group alone brought in about $5 million in 2 days.
That's a low number.
And that's a low number. I'm just talking about those three people, right? So and I think we all know that the PGA Tour has actually been doing a much better job. The FedEx Cup is a good, that's the best retirement in the world. If you win the FedEx Cup, you get literally $15 million in retirement.
And that's only going up.
And that's only going up.
Yeah,
right.
It started at like 8 and now it's up like 15.
Right. And then they also have the Wyndham Rewards. So if you finish top 10 in Wyndham Rewards, you win money. Then you got the PIP earnings. Like they do a lot.
I mean, Tiger's going to win the PIP every year. Let's not kid ourselves.
Bullshit.
Right, but like, sure.
Bullshit.
But like, all these things are like super important, right? And I understand that like financial stability for these people is the most important part. It is their job. But at the end of the day, that if this money wasn't coming from where it was, I would be like, okay, like this isn't a bad idea. Like we're gonna now force the PGA Tour to like match the kind of effort that they're putting out for these players. But since of where it's coming from, what it stands for, and Greg Norman. Greg Norman, okay.
You just don't like the hat. You just don't like the hat.
No, I hate the man. The man's a prick. He's a what's the word? Narcissistic asshole who thinks that he's entitled and owed to everything. I just watched the 30-30 Shark, and it's you need to watch it and just be like, wow, that guy is literally a clown. No wonder he's like doing this, and like it's just like the most. It's the perfect ball of chaos.
Well, the main issue, obviously, we talked about is the funding, but the idea of the tour, it's interesting because the way the tour works is it's 48 players, there's 12 teams, so there's captains of these players, and they're playing a team event as well as an individual event for a much larger purse than any of the PGA.
Last place gets $120,000.
Yeah, first place gets like $4.5 million.
Yeah,
and
is that for the team or the player?
No, player.
120K to last place.
Last player. You can go shoot 20 over.
Yeah, there's no cut. It's only 3 rounds. There's a team aspect of it as well as an individual, and literally there's not a tournament in the world other than the FedEx Cup, and that's a season-long thing. That each tournament you can make this much money. Right. In just one, and these guys are also, the big namers are getting just astronomical contracts to play in this. Right. So that's where, the idea of it is great. I love the idea of it. Hate where it's coming from, but love the idea of it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I'm okay.
Like Evan said, the competition is great because a lot of guys are like, the PGA Tour. A lot of the players still think that the PGA Tour is the best place to play because it is. It's the best place to play, but is it the best place to grow yourself and your money, like your own wealth and everything? It might not be, but where it's coming from is dirty. And I will say, you can't tell me all these PGA Tour tournaments, the companies that run these tournaments, aren't all clean. You can't tell me that, but they're not openly dirty, like where the money's coming from.
I mean,
Waste Management, they're a garbage company. They're definitely
clean.
dirty.
Yeah.
No government in the world is clean.
No.
So there's an
Even
argument to be had about that, but just you're not openly doing things that
That's what
are
I'm saying.
very immoral.
That's
That's the difference.
Well, and again, it is oil money, so it quite literally is never going to run out in our lifetimes.
Yeah. Honestly, if they could have done this with the same investors, if they would have named or kept those investors' names private.
Yeah, no, just a private investor.
Nobody would have known. Hey, private investors.
They're hubris.
Run by Greg Norman.
Their hubris couldn't handle that. They couldn't handle it. They have to be.
Of course. Why put the money in if you have to be private?
It's not even that. It's the same reason that the WWE goes over there. It's sports whitewashing. It's to make them look better and more approachable. Even though if you get caught with a literal speck on your shoe of marijuana, you are spending the rest of your life in jail in a Saudi Arabian jail.
Yeah.
You didn't even have to put it there. If they just find it there. Again, it's just to make everything look better because, hey, look at all of our money. Look at our big building. Look at all these sports that we do. Look at all this cool stuff that we have. Do you see our cars? Ignore the whole part where we literally detain and kill people for nothing.
There's a reason why there's not any tournaments really being held there, too, for this LIV. It's worldwide. It's not just being held in Saudi Arabia.
Europe. So I think something that I saw was pretty interesting. On the PGA Tour, there's some type of rule in their contract saying you cannot play on a rival tour in the United States.
Right.
However, some of these events are in Europe and other places.
But they're in the United States too.
But they're in the U.S. too, right? But are those U.S. players that haven't resigned from the tour, are they going to play in those? Who knows? We'll have to see.
There's too many gray areas right now because we're so early into this.
Yeah,
to see what's actually going to end up happening. But all I know is
that's why there's so many players on the fence.
Right. Like
because they don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah. All I know is this is the end of the story. This is the story, and this is we can come up with different ways to word it, narrative, whatever. There's some people who morally did not accept the bag of money. There's people who immorally accepted the bag of money. That's the end of the story. There is no other way to look at it. Dustin Johnson, who's literally the most tour winnings in the PGA Tour since behind Tiger and Phil. Okay, he is third in the history of the PGA Tour in tour winnings. Took $150 million bag. I understand it's $150 million. That's life-changing money for someone like him who is just a millionaire, not a billionaire.
Yeah, I mean
it's I get that. I'm not diminishing
maybe not Elon,
money. I'm not diminishing any of that stuff. I'm just talking about the overall fundamental fact. So he took life-changing money, I agree, I understand that, to go play in a league that has really has a very low chance of being successful other than money. They just have an endless amount of money. And also the competition is a joke. Come on, it's a joke. The 54-hole tournaments, the tournaments are jokes. The team format's a joke. The team names are jokes. They drafted players. That's a joke.
No, but I'm saying I was saying that's interesting.
It isn't. I understand. It is interesting.
Yeah.
I do think the PGA Tour should have more team events, but not in that way. But all those things are laugh out loud funny to say that this tour provided me an opportunity to do something different. Dustin Johnson, shut the f*** up, bud. You just took the bag. Just say it. Just say it. I don't think anyone would be nearly as mad as if they just openly were like, you know what? The money was too high to pass up. I took the contract. And I would be like, you know what? I respect the shit out of you for saying that on national television. I respect the shit out of it.
It's like any NFL player going and playing for the New York Jets.
Yeah, I took the bag. I took the bag. Say it. Yeah. I think that's another reason why I get so
shout out Le'Veon Bell.
Yeah, anyone. Even if I got a phone
Le'Veon Bell, he fumbled the bag.
Listen,
go ahead.
If Aaron Rodgers got a phone call from the Canadian Football League and said, we're going to pay you $200 million like what Phil got, and he says no, he's a freaking idiot.
Right.
He's an idiot. You're an idiot.
Right. And I understand that.
Hey, don't dunk on the Grey Cup like that. It's a respected league.
Yeah,
Either way, it's still not a competition.
Canadian Football League also is not the Saudi Arabians.
No, but I'm saying it's not a competition to the NFL. What I'm
Correct.
saying it. Like you're dumb not to take it. Like
they literally
the thing is, for me,
literally said that they're joining a golf league that gives them another opportunity to do something different when they can't even sell tickets to the first event. They can't even sell tickets.
1,000 tickets. Yeah, they don't have a TV deal. They had to give away 1,000 tickets. I saw that. That was ridiculous.
Yeah, like
they're begging people to come to these events.
Funny. It's laugh out loud funny that they literally are trying to make it out to be like Graham McDowell's like, what they did to that reporter is bad. But this provided me another opportunity to do something, and hopefully we can shed some good light on the people running this. Like, it's like, dude, like, shut, like.
The one thing I can say is that some of these guys may be playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers because they full well know that this is gonna flop, but they're still getting that guaranteed money no matter what, and they go not resign, but they go qualify again for the PGA Tour because they're good enough too.
I hope
he goes back to Q school, plays one round, gets in, and then he's back where he's at.
I personally hope that Dustin Johnson
$150 million richer.
This is where I honestly stand with this. I honestly hope that Dustin Johnson, Phil Mickelson, Kevin Na, especially all the American players, are permanently banned from the PGA Tour and the Ryder Cup, the Masters, like anyone who can control it. I hope they are permanently banned for life. I hope that Phil Mickelson can never step foot back on Augusta soil ever again. I don't ever want to see him there again.
I don't either. I think Phil's a piece of shit.
Yeah, just because he has a gambling addiction and he threw all of his family's money away, that like the dude made over $800 million in his life and he threw it all away. Whose fault is that? Like, that's your fault for being an idiot. And the PGA Tour gives players a retirement option, an amazing pension. They give them an amazing pension, and they give them the PGA Champions Tour to give them another opportunity to make money into their 50s because they know that they're not going to compete with the young guys when they're 55 years old in the PGA Tour anymore. They've done everything to help them become a better, more like financially stable life way, and they flat out just shit on that and turned their back because it was upfront money from a shitty place. I mean, that's just the facts. Like, I mean, there's no other way to put it.
I have something so important that I had to raise my hand.
I was going to say, I can't move you back to your spot. You took the first spot.
Dustin Johnson said today, after you just said he is the third winningest PGA Tour by money, whatever.
He's third on the money list all the time.
That he would end up having to play for the rest of his life if he didn't take this option. Brother, you got to be 100 millionaire. How are you going to have to play for the rest of your life when you could literally give up the game today and be absolutely? You could still probably with it. I mean, I don't know how much coke he snorts, but
I was going to say he might be embedded in one of the cartels.
Like, my God.
Okay. So listen to how stupid of a statement that is. Okay. Because I just
That's what I'm saying. That's why I had to raise my hand.
I just looked up the all-time tour, okay? So just like to comment on how stupid that is. Jordan Spieth is 27 years old, okay? He's been on tour for 7 years. No, a little bit longer than that now. It's probably been about, 8, 9?
He's 28 years old.
28 years old, okay. So we'll just say like 9 years.
Turns 29 in a couple weeks. Okay.
He is 11th, Evan, 11th all-time on all-time money list, okay? At $52 million. In 9 years, playing 20 rounds of golf a year. His job is to prepare to play 20 rounds of golf a year. And he's made $52 million in those 9 years. That is better right there. That is better than NHL money. And NHL was extremely harder on their body, extremely more detrimental to what they're trying to do every day. And Dustin Johnson's gonna say he had to play in his entire life. He's an astronomical idiot. Like, he's an idiot. You're just stupid. Like, I mean, like, how much does Nate McKinnon make per year, Ty?
So Nate's a
Well,
bad
I'll give you the
example. He's
highest
only like
grade.
6.4.
The highest
Connor's
grade
the highest.
is Connor McDavid. Connor McDavid at 12.5 average on the year.
Right, so it would take him a 4 to 5 year contract to equal Jordan Spieth's 9 years, and he plays 82 games a year, playoffs, right?
Concussions,
Yeah, like
multiple injuries to his body.
The
Of course,
the physical risk.
He's
is
got
immensely
f***ed up teeth because he's definitely taking pucks to the math. Like
right, like you're talking about two different like levels of things here. Like it's not even comparable. And also, just to put in perspective, like DJ's at 74 million, Phil Mickelson's at 94 million. DJ would probably pass Phil over the next like 15 years that he plays on the PGA Tour. So really, he would finish second in all time going into his retirement, and he would probably make close to $100 million in his life on the PGA Tour.
Graham McDowell on YouTube today, during his interview, I saw it on YouTube, said that. Let me rephrase this. They travel 30 to 35 weeks out of the year, and that's a hard job or something along those lines.
That is such a lie.
He said he wanted to make his time away spent. Listen, his time away spent from his family the most, to make the most out of it.
That's such a lie.
He said that verbatim in his interview. Verbatim.
I understand wanting to make. Like, I get wanting to make money. I definitely do. Like, I wholeheartedly understand that.
Yeah, no, you're taking $1 billion for a guerrilla attack, you know. So.
Yeah, no, and I do understand that. but it's the thing is like, the gorilla, hasn't actively killed people.
Yeah,
like he doesn't put money into terrorist cells. He doesn't put money into all of these things that are just awful. It's different.
Openly.
No, openly. Like, they're proud of it, and then they try and, like I said earlier, they try to clean it up by, oh, look at all this nice stuff we do. Like, yeah, I understand that, but you're still horrible, horrible human people. Like, you're bad people. And that's where I come from.
They're putting lipstick on a pig.
They literally... There's parts of me that, like, is like with you guys, with everything, with, like, some of the players that shouldn't do it. But there's parts of me where there's some guys where I'm like, I understand why they're doing it.
No, I totally get some.
There's some players that are doing it because they know
Is it EU? Wait, isn't Taylor Gooch going over there too?
Taylor Gooch
is.
Yep.
I listened to him talk about it today.
He's like 32nd in the world.
The opening statement. Yeah. First off, Taylor Gooch has no business going over there.
No.
Taylor Gooch is a top 30 player in the world golf rankings right now, and if you guys didn't know that.
Yes, he is.
Why are we throwing everything away here, Bob? Why? I mean, second, he said in his opening statement, why wouldn't he goes, man, with everything here, the format, everything, the money, why wouldn't anyone want to be a part of it? Verbatim said that. Oh, maybe because the people that are putting up the money do all these crazy random ass shit.
Well, and not just that, but like, what is genuinely like? They are no different than a genuine cartel. Like the oil princes of Saudi Arabia are no different than a cartel. If they are putting up money, that means they are expecting something in return. This isn't all just for PR. I don't give a simple what anybody says. I know that what the Saudi Arabian government is trying to do by doing all of this stuff and having the cars and having the WWE and having all these races and all of these different sporting events as like it's a sports PR push that they're trying to do to encourage people and entice people to come to the country. I understand that. But at what point do you have to look at that and be like, all right, yeah, I don't want to be a part of this, though. Like, I'm just a pawn in this, and eventually I'm going to have to pay the piper. Like, that eventually comes.
Yeah. Yeah, it was funny. I saw a meme on Twitter today, Ty. I know you've watched Ozark. I'm not sure if these two have, but of the scene. I don't know if you've got here yet.
I'm almost to season 4.
Okay, so the scene where Marty Bird and Wendy Bird hug the original guy who runs the Navarro cartel, Omar Navarro.
Haven't gotten there yet.
At the end of season 3, when they blow Judy's head off.
Haven't gotten there yet. You're really spoiling a lot of shit right now.
I'm sorry, but they hug them at the end, and it's like they Photoshop the head of a bunch of LIV players on there. It's like you're making a deal with the devil,
Actually, though, I mean, really.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I just ruined that entire season for you, Bob.
It's all good.
You said season 4, and I thought that was season 3.
No,
So-
I'm almost to see. Like I'm on like episode 8 of season 3.
Judy is still alive.
Great.
Well, I already told you she gets her head blown off. So I'm very sorry.
No good.
My seasons were mixed up. You just don't know how yet, Bob.
No, I don't. I'm gonna be straight up honest, boys. I'm looking at bets right now. I don't know how much more we have on golf, but I'm looking at bets and I'm not finding a whole lot here.
I'm probably just gonna bet.
There's really not. It's baseball. It's baseball, basketball, hockey, and there's only a couple games.
Well,
in
you
each
can't
row.
you can't even bet hockey right now because the current game's
Yeah.
going on, so they haven't put out the line in advance.
Exactly, and then there's baseball, and then golf. But this is the week before the U.S. Open, so I mean.
I mean, I'm just gonna take that and call it a
I
day.
just opened up I just opened up my Barstool Sports book. I haven't been on Barstool. I've been doing a lot of FanDuel. I just had a random $75 sitting there. I had no clue it was in there.
I mean, that's always a huge plus.
Listen,
Oh, I want to parlay on the 26th of April, and I had no clue. I want a 4-leg baseball parlay.
Kate Barstool said if there's ever a women's leg of the LIV Tour, will they be allowed to drive their balls in Saudi Arabia?
That's a fair question. That is a very fair question. Plus 4,700. Matthew Fitzpatrick, top 5 finish. Tony Finau, top 10 finish. Harold Varner, the third, top 20 finish. Plus 4,700.
Speaking of Ozark, I need the Logue brothers to look up Julia Garner and tell me that they wouldn't fornicate with her
She's not, dude, no. Not
Right
in
now.
Ozark.
right now.
Which one is she?
Ruth.
Ruth.
Not the character in Ozark. No.
No.
In real life, yes.
Still no.
What do you mean in real life? No, Ty.
Go watch Inventing Anna. No.
I've watched Inventing Anna. We're talking real life, brother.
Yeah,
Say you
still
picture her
no.
In real life, brother.
I've seen her
She
in real
died.
life. Still no.
Bro, I
There's
just
not many that I wouldn't. So that's all I'm saying.
Fair enough, Cal. Watch the podcast, Rachel. You can know what we're talking about.
Rachel Julia Gardner. Would you put it in her?
Who do I want to take? I can't do that. Okay, whatever. I'll take this one.
But pretty much just to wrap up the LIV stuff. We'll
Yeah.
see how we're gonna see how it works out. The first tournament's supposed to happen here soon.
This
but we
weekend.
also have
This weekend.
Yeah, this weekend. We also have the U.S. Open next weekend. So the longest day in golf ended yesterday with the qualifier.
Oh, the qualifier, yeah.
Yeah, Kate and I both had a couple buddies that were playing in them. I messaged my one buddy last night, and he actually was doing really well. He was even through the first 18, and was tied for 9th, and they took 5 spots from there. And then he started triple, a par, double in the second 18. So it kind of put him out of the running, but he finished tied for 33rd, which all in all, with the field he was with, was pretty impressive.
Who's your buddy?
Kenny Hess. He was from down in West Palm. He worked with us. But he said I messaged him. I was talking to him last night, and he said He's like, I lost 15 shots easy on my drives. That was horrible. He played at Woodmont.
There we are.
Yeah. And then Cade's friend Mason Williams. He had a good first round and then struggled in the second round. But yeah, sure. It was the longest round of golf. We will U.S. Open. We'll see how it goes in the next week or so.
It's just enough for me, dog.
Dude, you have to.
That picture doesn't. I mean, that picture doesn't like do it for me. now.
Thank you.
Her teeth are like, but I'm still like, if she came up to me and hit on me, I'm not gonna say no. I'm just not gonna say no.
Nope. Anyway, hey, just an updated record. So I am 15-13. Cal, you are 11-17. Cade, you are 15-12-1. I still need to go back and figure out where that 1 came from. And
it was a tie. I can't remember what
yeah,
game
it was a weird push or something. And
It was a push.
Evan, you are 10-16.
10-16, brother. What?
You've missed. It's different because you missed a couple weeks when you went to the Penguins and everything.
You missed like 2 weeks or so.
Yeah, so you have your record is just less than ours.
My unit spreadsheet is just.
No, I've
Like-
I've updated as much as I could. Like I have W's and L's in the columns along with the thing.
You
like,
just have to
it's-
do the money.
Yeah,
you
it's just, you got to do the
money.
you got to
gotta
do
put
the
it in.
math. Come on, Mister Man.
Dude,
New.
I've gone through and figured out the W's and the L's. So
Matt Damon.
what? The
Goodwill Hunting.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say the cryptocurrency ad where he walks and stares at Mars. All right. Yeah, my bets this week. If everyone's ready to roll.
Yep.
Boston money line -164. I'm just gonna roll with it. I think Boston's gonna win this first game in TD Garden. And then Harold Varner to the third, top 20 is +160. This field doesn't look that great, honestly, for the Canadian Open. So, yeah.
Boston money line
Yeah, Boston money line -164.
-164. Holy fuck!
They're 3.5 point favorites against them.
I'm trying to think what that would be in units. 0.36. Yeah.
Yeah.
Math.
What else?
Harry Varner, top 20,
HV3.
What are the odds?
+160. So I'm basically breaking even here if I win and lose one. Whoever wants to hit it.
Say less. Let's see.
What you doing, Russo?
I'm gonna go probably both PGA Tour. What about the LIV?
You should. You actually should.
Do they even have any? Do they even have anything there?
No.
I don't think
It's
they're on
not-
FanDuel.
It's not on Barstool either.
JT's the no, JT is not the favorite to win this thing. Who's the favorite to win this? Scotty.
Scott.
Yep, Scotty.
My God.
All right, I got mine.
Liv is not in here.
Evan, you ready for mine?
Yes, Daddy.
You ready for mine?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the Great White Northman, Adam Hadwin, top 20, +185.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go with the the Celtics Warriors game. Okay, under 212.5, -110.
Okie dokie, Dad.
Under 212.5 -110.
Yep.
Word.
Where are they playing this week?
Canadian.
RBC Canadian Open. And DJ will not be there
Lol. Absolute lol.
as they dropped his sponsorship already.
Dropped his coke sniffing ass.
Allegedly. Or was he found guilty?
No, he went to rehab.
Definitely guilty, Bob. Bo Van Pelt is in the field this week.
OG.
Brad Adamomis is in this field this week. He's a PG professional.
Who is it?
The devil? Brad Adamomis. You can bet him as the top USA player with the worst odds, +15,000.
Okay.
Wait, 1,500 or 1,000?
1,000.
Oh my god.
All right, Ev, I got mine.
Okie dokie. Hit me, player.
I have the Warriors money line +133.
I think I might be taking them as well. I'm just looking for a hockey.
Why are you why?
Because they're +120. I mean, they're +30.
Did you not hear Cade say they won 7 out of 8 quarters?
They're +1. No, I'm only doing it because they're +133.
No,
And I
it's
want the Warriors one. Also, and then my second one, I'm taking Jonathan Vegas Top South American player plus 188. Played really well last week, so hopefully he keeps it going.
Top what?
South American player.
What was the plus?
188.
I like it.
Did you say Jonathan?
Yeah. Jonathan. I mean, it's JH, so Jonathan.
Jehovah.
All right. Okay, I'm going to do the top Euro player. These guys fucking blow.
Should be an open, open field then.
Yeah, we're taking McElroy. I don't know why Rory is playing this week.
Has he got any sponsorship with them? You got any money in their hands?
RBC?
Yeah.
No, he
Maybe?
But majority of the tour players that are playing this are because they're under contract.
Because they're with the RBC, yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of players that RBC has their hands on.
Well, hey, there's a lot of money to go around now that DJ dropped, and they dropped DJ.
That too.
I mean, one of those players can get a big old payday. DJ won this, not the Canadian Open, but he won the RBC.
King
2 years ago, didn't he?
Unit King after this week, boys.
You're not, but hey, what was McElroy's top Euro?
2.8, Bob. Now I'm taking Scheffler to miss the cut. 5.2.
He's plus 520 to miss the cut.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's how good he's playing.
That is kind of asinine, actually.
All right, so are we going to pod that with these or not?
We have a lot of golf stuff, so I don't know.
Yeah, and I have 2 bets that are over plus 300.
That just makes the odds better.
Well, I was gonna say that's gonna help us. I definitely say we toss Scotty missing the cut in the.
I like Rory top Euro, Bob.
I would take.
I like Scotty missing the cut.
I'd rather root for someone to do well than root for someone to do bad.
Yeah,
well, that's you. I
don't care what we do.
Well, let's see.
I'm putting money on it regardless.
Let's see if we can even do it. Well, Cal and I are directly competing with Boston and Golden State, so we got to go. His top South American, Harry Varner. Do we want to do the under 212?
Yeah, probably should do that if we can do that.
Let's see. All right, so top 20, we got Harry. Top Yuri.
I was able to do a parlay with the 2 that I did, so I should be able to, but I don't. The other golfer might not be. Top English player.
I'm surprised Harold Varner is not playing the LIV Tour. Pretty sure
I can't do both Rory and Jonathan Vegas to win that.
Are you on FanDuel, Cal, or Barstool?
Barstool. By the way, Evan,
wow.
What did you get Rory at for you on Barstool?
Plus 280.
Okay.
On FanDuel, I did.
Okay.
What's it on Barstool?
275.
Okay. So I need the minus or the under 212.
Make miss cut, Scott.
So I got Rory, Harold Varner, under 212. What else am I missing?
Hang on. No, I can't parlay this. I can't even do Harry Varner top 20 under for the Celtics Warriors and then Scotty to miss the cut. I can't even do those 3.
Yeah, golf.
Fucking horseshit.
Golf throws a horseshoe into
golf really does toss a massive horseshoe in this.
Well, and you and I both doing the opposite of what each other because I don't say if we take yours as a Celtics, I don't want to do a parlay rooting against my other bet.
Well, and that's the whole thing, yeah. We came across this last time too because I took Celtics minus 1.5 and you took Heat money line.
Yeah, but we took the
we don't have
we
to
ended
do
up taking the over, which also the over didn't hit.
Yeah.
What can we do? Can we do?
I don't think we can do anything.
We don't have to do a 4-leg parlay. We could do a two-leg parlay. We could do Can we do the over and then? Well, I guess we'd have to root against either the Warriors or the.
Not if we do the under.
No, but you could do the over. You could do the under for Cades and then do a golfing bet.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you can do those.
What golf event do we want to pick? We can do a 2-leg parlay. It's fine. As long as we get one out there, Bob.
I mean, then I say do the one with the best odds if we're going to juice a 2-legger.
So, Scotty Scheffler.
I think we got to root against Scotty.
I'm
I mean, that's the only... That's we got to juice it.
okay with doing whatever.
I don't even know if I have that option on Sportsbook.
If we do under 212.5 and Scotty to miss the cut, that is plus 1,083.
Damn, Daddy.
So, I gotta put it this way.
That'd be ridiculous.
I don't think I have that option on here. I don't think they give you a missing cut option on here. Oh wait, to make the cut, not to miss the cut.
So you got make miss cut.
Ooh, it says yes or no. Wait, here it says yes or no on it. Okay, Scotty Scheffler's plus 500 on here. Or we can do that.
I'm fine with it. I'll throw a 5 on it.
So we're literally betting against fun things in this parlay. We're betting against low points.
I was gonna say we're betting for bad offense and good
We
defense,
are-
and Scotty, one of
yeah.
the world's best golfer at the moment, to suck.
Well, imagine having a whole parlay or a whole podcast dedicated to that as Barstool or whatever. They do what, the Unders Club or whatever.
That's
They bet
for
against-
golf. Yeah, the
They bet against fun. Yeah, I mean it's for golf, but it's the same concept, is it not?
Pretty much.
We're betting for pain. We're rooting for pain.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
This golf special on FanDuel is asinine. Scotty Scheffler and Rory McIlroy to finish first and second in either order, plus 4,100. I think that's really bad.
Yeah,
You
that's
mean
not-
to tell me
Yeah.
you're picking the first and second placed winner, finishes for a full golf tournament, and you're only giving me $4,100? No, you can right off. Dude, these golf specials on FanDuel are bad. All right, so pod bet, 2-legger, under 212.5, Golden State at Boston, and Scotty Scheffler to miss the cut.
Perfect. I can't believe I spoke that into existence.
Well, we're here now. All right, yep, that's the pod. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for listening. Make sure to follow us on Twitter. Go check out our YouTube. And, yeah, everyone have a great weekend. Bet responsibly, drink safe, and, yeah, I don't know. Don't support the, Saudi Arabians.
Absolutely. Have a good rest of your day.